Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're going to talk about something absolutely crucial for any digital health startup: how to strategically protect your most valuable asset, your AI innovation. If you're out there building the future of healthcare, this is your guide to building a real competitive moat around it.
So here's how we're going to break it down. We're going to walk through this just like a founder's journey. We'll start with the massive opportunity right in front of you, then get into the concrete steps to protect your big idea, and finally, talk about how you turn that protection into a long-term strategic advantage.
Okay, let's dive right in with the big picture. What we're seeing is a massive shift in healthcare data, all thanks to AI. And this isn't just a little upgrade, it's a complete rewiring of how we think about and use medical information.
You know, for the longest time, medical records have just been a chaotic mess, right? Siloed, unstructured data that's hard to use. Well, AI is the bridge. It takes all that chaos and transforms it into something integrated, actionable, and even predictive. This is what lets us move to truly proactive healthcare. And this is why it's such a game changer. AI is automating all that grunt work, but more importantly, it's flagging potential health issues before they become critical. And that frees up doctors and nurses to focus on what only they can do, which is actually caring for the patient. So you've got this amazing, valuable innovation. How in the world do you defend it? Well, your patent playbook starts way before you ever think about filing an application. Honestly, it starts right now.
Okay, so there are 3 things you absolutely have to do first. These are non-negotiable. 1, document everything. Seriously. 2, search existing patents to find your unique space. And 3, get crystal clear on what makes your tech different. This is the bedrock of a really powerful patent.
And please, don't underestimate the power of this first step. You might think, oh, it's just notes, but no. Every brainstorm, every piece of code, every test result, this innovation diary becomes your single most critical piece of evidence to prove your idea is original and it's yours.
All right, this brings us to the part that trips a lot of people up: navigating the really specific, kind of tricky legal challenges of patenting AI, especially when it's all built on software and algorithms.
This is the #1 question founders ask, and it's a fair one. Patent law can sometimes see software as just an abstract idea, which sounds like a huge roadblock, but trust me, there's a clear path forward.
So here's the secret. It's all about how you frame it. You're not trying to patent the code itself, not the abstract idea. You're patenting the tangible, technical solution your software provides to a real-world problem in healthcare. It's all about the application, not the abstraction. Think of this table as your cheat sheet. For example, you're not going to patent a generic machine learning model. No way. But you can patent your specific way of using that model to, say, predict disease markers by analyzing doctor's notes in a way no one's done before. Focus on your unique application and integration, not the generic building blocks.
You know, protecting your IP isn't just a legal checkbox you hand off to the lawyers. For a health tech startup, it's a huge strategic piece of the puzzle that has to be woven together with ethics and a whole complex web of global regulations.
And let's be super clear, this isn't just about avoiding fines. Building these ethical pillars, being transparent, fair, secure, that's how you build trust. And in healthcare, trust is your single most valuable currency with patients, with doctors, with everyone.
Before you even dream about going global, you gotta know the rules of the road. Regulations like HIPAA in the US or GDPR in Europe, they aren't just obstacles. Think of them as design constraints that absolutely must shape a patent strategy that's going to work in the markets you want to enter.
So for any startup with global ambitions, the Patent Cooperation Treaty, or PCT, is an incredibly powerful tool. It's a really cost-effective first step that kind of acts like a placeholder, giving you one streamlined entry point to file in a ton of different countries later on.
And the reach here is just massive. A single, well-written PCT application opens the door to over 150 potential markets. That gives you the strategic breathing room to figure out where you're going to invest in full national patents down the road.
Okay, last section. Let's talk about the long game. A patent shouldn't just be some legal document you file away in a drawer. It needs to be a living, breathing business asset that's actually fueling your long-term growth and strategy.
I want you to think of your patent portfolio like a Swiss Army knife for growth. It's not just a shield. You can license it for new revenue, you can use it as leverage to build partnerships with big hospital systems, you can show it to investors as proof that you're defensible. And it's never done. It has to grow and evolve with every new innovation you create.
So, in the end, your patent strategy isn't a wall you build one time and then forget about. It's a fortress, one that you have to continuously build, reinforce, and expand to protect the valuable territory you've claimed.
So I'll leave you with this one question to think about. Is your IP strategy static, or is it as dynamic and adaptive as the AI it's designed to protect? Because a truly great strategy doesn't just protect what you've built today. It anticipates and protects the incredible things you're going to build tomorrow.